Hey guys, be sure to visit my Facebook page store where you can buy anything figure related directly from me. I have a wide variety of figures, accessories, anything ranging from Hot Toys to SH Figuarts, Figma, and third-party items as well. All you have to do is message me on Facebook, visit my Facebook page for more info. I'll leave a link in the description below.
Drop it, dickhead. It's the police.
You won't hurt me,
Oh, yeah? Why not?
because you're a policeman. There are rules for policemen.
Yeah. That's what my captain keeps telling me.
How's it going, my fellow collectors? I'm back again once more with another video review. And this time it's going to be of a custom figure, not Hot Toys. This is all custom work. But it is of the character John McClane from the first Die Hard movie ever released on the big screen. So we're going to go ahead and start the review off as usual with the first category being the source information. And as I stated in my previous review of the Hot Toys Neo figure, this is another favorite movie of mine of all time, just like The Matrix. If you guys haven't seen this movie for yourselves, it's an absolute must-watch, I gotta tell you. If you're really into action movies, you're going to appreciate this one. It has to do with John McClane, who is a New York City police officer who happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, which is kind of a running theme in the whole Die Hard movie franchise. So on a vacation, he travels from New York City to Los Angeles to visit his wife, who happens to be doing very well career-wise. She's working for a multi-million-dollar Japanese company, and she's making a lot of money doing it, but their marriage isn't doing so well. They're kind of on the rocks, and they're sort of separated, obviously, since she's living in Los Angeles and he is living in New York. So John McClane meets her at the corporate building, which is known as Nakatomi Plaza. And when they meet up, they have an argument. And then when she leaves from the room to attend to her coworkers, he gets left alone in one of the rooms of the building. And as soon as that happens, terrorists attack Nakatomi Plaza and begin shooting up the place and rounding up hostages. And just as that happens, John McClane witnesses everything, and he has just enough time to grab his sidearm and run and hide before they capture him. And not long after that, he decides to make a stand and fight against the attacking terrorists. And I'm not going to tell you guys what happens at the end of the movie. You just have to watch it. It is that good. Take my word for it. So with that said, since it is among my favorite movies of all time, I'm going to have to give the category for source information a 10 out of 10. Alright guys, so stick with me and we'll roll on to the next category. Alright, so we've made it to the next category, which is packaging. And the figure itself didn't come in any of these boxes. It came in a separate box, which was basically just a basic cardboard box. But as for these boxes, the smaller one housed the head sculpt, while the larger one housed everything else, like the clothing and accessories and such. Speaking of the head sculpt, it is an original. There are a lot of knockoffs out there right now being sold for around $30, but this is an original sculpt made by MJ Choi himself. So I'm very, very lucky to have gotten a hold of this original head sculpt and accessories and all. MJ Choi made this custom John McClane Die Hard figure several years ago, so I'm a little late to the game when it comes to picking it up. But these boxes are actually proof that it is an MJ Choi original, because when he originally made it and started distributing it, they all came in these boxes. Majestic 12. When you remove the cover, you get some foam inside, and in the foam you'll find the head sculpt inside this plastic bag. As I said before, that is how you know this is an original, because it comes in this box. And moving on to the larger box, it has the clothing and other accessories. I don't know if this is also an MJ Choi box. I think it is though. So once you remove the lid from the larger box, that's what it looks like inside. And those are all the accessories and clothing that it comes with. I'm not going to go over all that right now. I'll save that for the accessories section. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like in the box. So that's it for the packaging. Nothing else really. There's nothing on the bottom of any of them. Pretty standard. So for the packaging, I'm going to have to give it a 5 out of 10. If you were even to include the packaging at all. But I'll give you guys a score at the end with the packaging and a score without the packaging. Alright, so let's move on to the next category. Okay, so now we've made it to the category of likeness. And I gotta tell you guys, I am very blown away by this head sculpt. Amazing, amazing accuracy to Bruce Willis and how he looked in 1989. And the hair is nicely painted as well. It's like a dark brown color, but not too dark. And even the details on like the cuts on his face, the wrinkles on the skin, and the glossiness on the eyes, the stubble for the facial hair, it's all real good. Amazing work by MJ Choi. As I said before, this head sculpt has been out for years and years, but I think only a select few were made, because it's very rare to find this head sculpt now, or for that matter the clothes as well. Because I think the clothes and the head sculpt came as one, but I'm not sure about the body. I mean, the body came with the purchase that I made from a seller that I bought from on eBay. So I'm not sure if the body came with the clothes and the head sculpt originally when this first came out. I know for a fact that the clothes did come with the head sculpt originally. But getting back to the likeness, excellent, excellent work. As I said many times over already, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is 100% accuracy to Bruce Willis and how he looked in 1989. So because of that, I'm going to have to give the likeness category a straight up 10 out of 10. And I'll just talk you guys through this pose. It's basically when the Nakatomi Tower comes under attack in the beginning of the movie. And John McClane sees the terrorists for the first time. He grabs his service pistol really quickly and gets ready to go into action, and goes to safety shortly thereafter. The accessories that come with this set that the eBay seller sold me comes with a 45 1911 Colt handgun, but I don't think that's accurate to the handgun that he had in the movie. So I went ahead and gave him a 9mm Beretta, which he actually does use in the movie. Alright, so stay tuned while we head to the next category. Okay, so we've reached the category of outfit, and once again I'm very impressed. As I said before, I do believe that the outfit is made by MJ Choi, the same person that made the head sculpt. He's got the weathered tank top, as you can see, like he's already been crawling through the ventilation ducts and elevator shafts. But I've added some customizations to it myself. As you can see, I put some blood on it. Let me just move the duffel bag strap so you can see. So right there on his shoulders, there's more blood. And there's more blood on his back. The black weathering on the tank top was already on there, I just added the blood. I also put blood all over his body as well. When this figure first arrived to me, he was pretty much clean. No blood on him at all, except for what you see on his face. So I decided to put blood on his arms, his hands, and I also added the decals on his body as well. I also added the blood and weathering on his feet. As you can see, I didn't do anything to the pants, they're pretty much clean. I don't know, I just didn't feel too comfortable messing with the pants. I was afraid I might damage them, so I just left them alone. I also added weathering all over his body. Believe it or not, I actually got dried engine block grease from my car and just smeared it all over his body to make him look like he's been crawling through ventilation ducts and elevator shafts. I also did that to every single hand that he has. Dirtied it up real good, also on his feet. One thing I forgot to mention, I did do a modification on his neck. As you can see, this body is a Hot Toys Wolverine type body. I believe CC Toys on eBay sells these for about 30 bucks a piece. When I bought the head sculpt and all the accessories from the eBay seller, it also came with the Wolverine muscular type body. The head just sat too high on the ball peg on the neck that he kind of had a giraffe neck going on. So what I did was I decided to do a modification to fix that. So as you can see, what I did was I took an X-Acto knife and I cut about a centimeter of his neck off to make it look like it sits more naturally. Because when this figure originally came to me, the head sat like right up here. So as you can see, that's pretty high up. I didn't really like it, especially from angles like that. Yeah, it didn't look that good, so I decided to modify it, and now I can make it sit lower and more natural. So that, I think, looks a lot better. Getting back to the outfit, I really like it. You got the leather belt there. I think it's made of faux leather. He also comes with the extra black tank top. Because I believe in the movie, they started out with a white tank top that Bruce Willis was wearing. But toward the end of the movies, they switched to a black tank top. I guess they were trying to make it look like he got it all dirty, like there was no white left on the shirt. But I think people caught on and they realized that it wasn't the same white tank top that he had in the beginning of the movie. I did notice it myself. But it's nice that they included that with the outfit. It gives you more posing options. There is one minor nitpick that I have about the outfit. I don't think the back part is accurate to how it looked in the movie. Because I think in the movie, the neck part was supposed to hang lower towards his back. And the shoulder part of the t-shirt was supposed to be a little thinner and longer. He even has the cuffs on his pants like he did in the movie. Really nice. So for the overall score on the outfit, I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10 because of the inaccuracy of the back of the tank tops. Alright, so I'll just talk you guys through this pose. I'm basically simulating where he killed the first terrorist, Carl's brother, and he basically acquired what he wrote in the Dead Terrorist t-shirt.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
And he also got the duffel bag from the terrorists with the extra magazine clips inside. And he also got the cigarettes. Alright, so let's head to the next category. Alright, so now we've reached the category of articulation. And as I mentioned before, this body is an exact copy of the Hot Toys Wolverine muscular type body that Hot Toys has used many, many times over. So that would be the articulation that you guys would be expecting if you were to put this custom figure together. So I'm going to run the articulation down for you. It does not have a ball peg on the neck, as you guys have seen, because of the modification that I have done. It just rests on the neck. But you can rotate it a full 360 degrees if you wanted. It has slight neck tilt, left and right, and back and forth. You got an ab crunch that crunches forward pretty good, slightly backwards. The shoulders are really good also. You get a full 360 degree rotation. You can't cross the arms across the chest very much because of the bulkiness of the chest. You get shoulder shrugs. You only get single bend elbows on both arms. You get Hot Toys standard wrist articulation. The wrist pegs are of the bigger variety because of the muscular body. Moving down, this is where it gets a little complicated. I don't like basically how this figure articulates from the waist down. I don't know if it's just the body that I got or if it's because he's barefoot and he slides a lot on the base that he stands on. Basically, the issue is that the hip and waist area is pretty loose. It keeps moving around every time I pose it. But other than that, it's pretty good. Good swivel at the waist. He can kick forward pretty good. Slightly backwards. He's got double bend knees. He can do the splits about 50 degrees. You have to be careful though, because you don't want to rip the pants. And he's got standard ankle articulation. But like I said before, since he's barefoot, he doesn't have much grip on his feet, so he's always sliding around on the base. So that's pretty much it for the articulation. So overall, I'm going to have to knock it down a point because of the looseness of the hips and waist area. But other than that, it's pretty good. And here you can get a better view of the marker that he wrote on his forearm and the watch. The watch is really nice. I forgot to mention that on the outfit section. I don't believe it's accurate to the movie. It might be though. I have to check again. Either way, it's a really nice watch. And you can see he's got his cigarette there. I basically wanted to recreate the scene where he meets Hans for the first time face to face. And he has the detonators in his bag. And he's playing along with Hans with his act of being a hostage for the moment, and they're smoking cigarettes together. Another thing I wanted to show you guys, you can see right here, he's got the extra MP5A3 magazines in his duffel bag, because he did have those in there in the movie. So to wrap up this category, it's going to get a 9 out of 10 for the articulation. Alright guys, so stay with me and we'll roll on to the last and final category, which is accessories. Okay, we've made it to the last and final category, which is accessories. I just want to show you guys the pose real quick. It's just a standard pose, nothing too fancy. Alright, so we're going to start off with the hands. I got him 6 hands. When the figure originally came to me, he only came with 2, but I gave him 4 more from extra body parts and pieces. And as I said before, I did weather them up myself. I made them bloody and dirty. I painted the blood on there, and I used the dried engine grease from my engine block on my car. Next, we'll talk about the weapons. So this one, as I said before, is the 9mm Beretta. He's basically just borrowing that one from my Hot Toys T1000 figure. And then we have the MP5A3. And this gun I got separately for him. And I put the strap on it myself. And the knob on the gun, it does turn. So you can make it fully automatic, or short bursts, or single fire. But I like to keep it at full auto. So we'll leave it there. And it has an extendable stock, so you can pull it out or put it back in if you want. And my favorite part of this gun is the cocking mechanism. It is spring loaded, so see, that's all you have to do. And you can put it back like that if you want. And it does come with a removable clip as well. It also has 2 extra magazines. It basically comes with 1 large one, 1 small one, and 2 that are attached together, small and large. It's also got another knob on the other side. Works the same way. And then you get the decals, and as you can see, I already put some on there. And these decals here are basically just extra. So now it's movie accurate with the tattoo and the markings on his forearm. He also comes with this CB communicator radio, or walkie-talkie. It's very accurate to the radios they used in the 1980s. The only thing that I wish that it had was the Kenwood logo on the top. That would be nice. But other than that, it's really impressive. I really like it. And I also got him this cigarette. It didn't come with the figure. I got it for him separately. And this came with another accessory that I own. It's a empty cigarette box. It came with a 1/6 scale M4 assault rifle that I bought off of eBay. You basically have to put it together because when it comes to you, it's all flat, so you have to fold it up like an origami. And then you get the tank top shirt. As I said before, this shirt already came weathered. I just added the blood on it. Really nice shirt. I like them both, actually. I like this one and the black shirt that he's wearing. It's more of like a charcoal brown, I guess. It's not fully black. So I really like both of the shirts. And then he comes with a duffel bag. And inside it, you could see the 2 extra magazine clips I was telling you guys about earlier for the MP5. So when I bought the head sculpt and accessories, this duffel bag also came with everything else that the eBay seller sold me. But I'm pretty sure that this duffel bag is from the Hot Toys DX10 Terminator T800. There's not really anything inside, it's just a foam block to make the bag look like it's full. But I just added in those magazine clips. The things I wish it had were some C4 and some detonators. He also comes with a stand, but this is not the stand he comes with. This is just a generic true type body stand. The one he comes with is pretty similar. The only difference is that it's a bigger oval shape for the base. But I decided to switch it out to this one. Since this one's smaller, I can fit more figures around him. I also wish it came with a lighter. That would have been nice. But overall, not too bad. So for the accessories, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Alright, stick with me guys and we'll round up the overall score and wrap up this review. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so for the total overall score with the packaging included comes to a 50 out of 60. And for the total overall score without the packaging comes to a 45 out of 50. So not too bad at all, this figure. I'm really happy with the way it came out. This figure is a very rare figure, and when I say rare, I mean very, very rare to get a hold of this. I mean, if you wanted to put together a John McClane, anyone can do it, but not everyone has the MJ Choi head sculpt and clothing. So I consider myself one of the lucky ones to have been able to obtain this masterpiece. And if you were to purchase just the head sculpt alone online right now, it goes for an outrageous sum of money. And that's if you even manage to find it. I got lucky when I found this eBay seller selling this one, because I haven't seen anyone else selling an MJ Choi head sculpt or clothing. That's why I'm very, very happy to own this, because not many people have it. Alright guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in for another review that is done and in the bag. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And please ring the bell so you will be notified when I upload my next videos in the future. But until next time guys, I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye guys.